Jeff, there were so many rumors that the Knicks might trade Iman Shumpert to the Clippers in a deal for Collison, and this way they'd also be able to get rid of the Raymond Felton contract. And then Shumpert plays yesterday and gets hurt. There's no deal. When does a coach, and is a coach ever told by a GM, don't play a guy?
Well, if you have the framework of a deal in place, absolutely, you don't play a guy. So that tells me that they didn't have the framework of a deal in place.
So if a deal is close, you still play him, but the framework's not in, you're talking, it could lead to something, but nothing is firm, you still play him.
Right. Yeah, that's been the basic protocol since I've been in the NBA.
It's strange, though, because he didn't play in the fourth quarter in the first game back, and then yesterday they played him and he got hurt, and it's just an awful coincidence, but that might have submarined any chance they had of making a deal.
Exactly. I mean, it's unfortunate, but if you're Doc Rivers, Collison's played pretty well for you. Paul's been hurt. You're not going to give up a guy who's been efficient for you, not really even knowing the severity of Shumpert's injury, because your doctors haven't looked at him. So that's, if that really was the thing that submarined the deal, that's a difficult decision for, the Clippers, certainly.
Would you have made that deal if you were the Knicks? Would you have liked that deal?
Well, again, the deal that you're talking about is Collison and what?
Collison and
Bullock?
Bullock for Shumpert and Felton.
I did like Bullock. The minutes I saw Bullock play, I thought he played well. I don't think Collison is a starter on a championship team, but when he's had the opportunity to spot start, I think he's played well. I think Shumpert and Felton are a lot better than they've played, particularly Shumpert. I don't know what's going on there, but I don't know if I would have. I still believe in Shumpert a little bit.
You know what worries me about this so-called plan, and you keep hearing little drips and drabs come out, is that, they want Kevin Love and Rajon Rondo, and they would both be free agents, Jeff, and there's no guarantee that they're going to get him. Kevin Love, is from L.A. He might go there. Who knows if Rondo wants to go to the Knicks? You keep hearing that. I mean, they sacrificed 2 full seasons when Donnie Walsh was here to clear space for LeBron James, and he never really considered them. So, I mean, it's a plan, but, I mean, there's no guarantee even come close to that plan, though.
Well, no, that's the thing with cap space and draft picks. You've got to it's one thing to create the flexibility and the assets. It's the next step to use them properly and get the players that make a difference. And so when that cap space was created, they got Amara Stoudemire when he had his health and he had the bounce and he played great. But the reason Phoenix didn't sign him back to the long-term deal was the exact reason that, the Knicks are stuck with an albatross of a contract in that his knees haven't, stayed strong. And so, yeah, you're right. The plan is one thing. The ability to execute it and get the players that are difference makers, that's very difficult because so many teams have the same exact plan trying to get the same exact players. There's not enough great players to go around.
You like Marcus Thornton now with Brooklyn?
Marcus Thornton has explosiveness. He has similarities to Jason Terry. Not really. Jason Terry, when he was younger, was a darn good pick-and-roll player, particularly when he paired him with Nowitzki. So, but he has some explosive nights, and he is younger, so I can see why they did that. Certainly, it's just a fractional advancement, if it's an advancement at all. Though it's not a home run, obviously.
Now, there was a big rumor about Houston talking with the Celtics concerning Rajon Rondo, and Danny Ainge really wanted Chandler Parsons. The Rockets didn't want to part with Parsons in that deal. Do you agree if that was in fact the case?
Well, Chandler Parsons is a heck of a player. So I think you could have made a case. I think they have the third best record in the league now. And he's their third best player. That he could have been that like borderline all-star. I think he's been that good. He's averaging 17 points a game, shooting over 50 from the floor, right at 40 from three. So, this is a very, very good basketball player. And I never really understood the fit of Rondo in Houston playing alongside James Harden. But I think if Houston could have got him for, maybe a couple lesser players and maybe draft picks, obviously, they would have taken the shot to make it work.